Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Hair Impact. I'm Cassandra Helios. I'm your host. And today we're going to talk about three lessons we hopefully learn from coronavirus about public health. Now, I know you may know a lot about the virus already. Every single day we're bombarded with this information about people that got sick, people that die, about the disease from doctors, from journalists, from the media, from everybody. All this information, and some are fake and some are true. We just don't know how to react to that. Of course, we have to stay calm. But after this pandemic is over, so what are we going to learn for public health? How can we, benefit from them, from this knowledge we are getting from this experience? So I believe there will be three lessons for everybody, from governments, for the public, for the scientists, for every single person on earth. Three lessons that are important for us to understand. So number one, regarding the public health only, is the science does matter. Now, again, there's so many, in the news, so many information. And there are a lot of fake news or information that are not really proper and from, let's say, priests or, other people that are out from the science. And instead of listening to them, the media project people that they have no idea about science, how this pandemic, how we can protect ourselves. So we have to put science first, and science does matter. And this is an example of how science matters. And with this experience, we need to understand that our money into science are not enough. That shows that we're not ready to this kind of pandemic. And we need a lot more money to invest in science, in biology, in vaccines, in medicine. All this science does matter, and we have to invest more. In the news, I saw this biology professor from Spain, and the journalists were asking her about the whole, the vaccines, how you find them. And she was saying that you give millions to a football player, again, I think I said it again, and a biology researcher, he give him or her 1,800. So that is what we do not understand, the need to invest in public health science. So number two is the need, it's this essence, the essential thing that we need to educate public regarding public health, science, how to protect themselves, all the scientific information, but in a way that everybody can understand. And it's important not to give just the information like how to protect yourself, but also give the science behind it, the research people did behind it. Like, for instance, the social distance, the working from home, that was a result of a science experiment, science research in the early 900s, where the scientists discovered that is the best way to protect people, to just put them at home and work remotely from home and not socialize with each other. So that's why public should be, and it's essential to be educated about public health, the science, the research, everything behind it, so they understand the importance of it. Not just take everything, without considering, but if they understand that it's scientifically a fact that if you stay home, you're protected. If you do this and that, you're protected, because we learned this from other pandemics in the past. They maybe understand the importance of them. And the last thing, the third lesson we need to understand is the importance of public health, the difference between health and public health. And we need to put public health in the spotlight to talk about it, to talk in the news, in the internet, in the media, in the press, everywhere, in the politics, in the research, not only invest, but also about talking about it. Because coronavirus show that we are not ready for a pandemic. We are ready for any other catastrophe, how to respond, a fire, earthquake. We can do it. A lot of countries can do it. Maybe not everybody, but the other countries, if they request help, some experts out there, they can help them. But this pandemic show that public health, a disease, a pandemic, an outbreak, we are not ready for it. And that's why we need to put public health in the spotlight and talk about it. So these three are the main lessons we will learn regarding public health from this pandemic. And we need to take into consideration for ourselves, but for future generations, because every few hundred years, every maybe 50 or 100, we had a pandemic we had before, like AIDS. It was a pandemic back then, and we hadn't understand the lessons then. Hopefully this time we will do, and we have to, because under pandemic we're not ready. If we don't take into consideration the next pandemic can be even threatening for the human race to be extinct. So thank you for being with me with another episode, and I'll see you next time with another episode on Hair Impact. Make science your superpower, especially this time of this pandemic. We need science and we need to understand it. And I'll see you next time with another episode.